What do you call a pile of cats? A mountain. Funny dad joke of the day. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mr. Henry Batt, and I'm bringing you the action today. Ronin taking on ASTRAL Esports. This is European region, main level for season 55 of ESEA. And I got a pretty good match for you today. We'll start with Ronin. Currently sitting 1-4 in main after an amazing run in Open 10. They find themselves a little bit stuck in the mud here in season 55, looking to get unstuck, but it's a hard challenge in front of them. Mud turning to sand, or turning to rock, essentially. Astral is going to try to keep them stuck. On the other side, Astral not starting off season 55 hot either, 1-4. These guys coming off the Skin Club Media Championship, where they got a chance to go to Paris and meet the Hive, hang out with Vitality for a day, learn some tips and tricks from the masters themselves, and try to bring it back to their club over there in Latvia. Hopefully they can make easy work of Ronin. Maybe Ronin's going to put up a little bit of a struggle. Who's to know? It is on Ancient today, though. And we're going to be jumping into the knife round here shortly. Let's see if we can get some game sound going. See if everything works. Looks like sound is being picked up. Waiting for the fifth player to join. As I say it, he gets in there. So, the Astralis side, we have Aster, Ray 5, the Mauser, Meow Pop, and Neki. Over on the Ronin side, we have La Rock, Codfish, K2, Fluzz, and maybe not. Mic settings seem like they're working. If anybody's in chat, you can tell me if I sound good or not. Let me crank my desk up a little bit. They're nice and high, so that mic's close to my mouth, so do everything. Coach Tweezera, and his toes is burnt at the start of the round. Here we go into the knife round. Now, I've seen Astral play before, and on the CT side, they're definitely going to want to bring out probably some sort of novel book strategy. It's a real page turner on the pistol round. But Ronin on the other side, these guys like to fight like a flower, one petal at a time, and pluck them off. But we're going to have to wait and see. The fight should commence in mid. And I'm going to do my best to hit a tongue twister of a knife round. Sort my brain out to get this one going. Here we go. Noise is being picked up. Just as I thought, the book strategy and the pedal strategy on the other side, and it's a little bit of a patient fight in the mid. First trying to go in for the fight, stabbing and pulling and scraping and clawing each other apart, but it looks like Astral's going to win this knife round pretty cleanly. 3 alive at the end, and Ronin, what can you do? Pistol round sucks sometimes. I assume Astral's going to want to pick the CT side, potentially stronger of the two sides, but this Astral Esports Club consistently playing together on LAN over there at the Cyber Empire in Latvia. Showed out one time, Cyber Empire. And they're ready to brawl. They do take the CT side. Armor across the board. Meow Pop being the hero with the kit and the smoke on the Ronin side. You can see the smoke on the rock. Got a flash as well, so maybe a little bit of an A-pop here. Fluzz the only one without anything in his hands. Trusted to be the entry man potentially. Looks like they're going to go for a little bit of a mid-split, but the Mauser is here, sees the smoke. Miss Red Room smoke, and the USP taps away for one. Codfish can't get anything done. The fight is huge towards mid. Astral go 1 for 3. Great opening for them, and the trades just not there for Ronin. They got to back up off this. They can't keep taking these fights. Larocque 2 flashes in armor. Not using that utility appropriately just yet. He's got Fluzz on the other side of that smoke with him. Look, he's waiting for him. Neki USP sings out. 16 HP left. He's got a fallback, and this is being all heard. Ronin trying to close with and destroy, but it's happening on the opposite side. Ray 5 finds one on the head of the Larocque, but he loses lots of his HP for it. Finds a second towards lower mid, and now the pinch is coming in. Neki swinging back out. Double swing does come in, and they put him down for the first round on the board. Albeit a heavy damage round, but nonetheless, Astral up to 1. Ronin back to the drawing board. No bomb plant means potentially Desert Eagle Force, but I doubt it. 2K for everybody. Not super strong. If you're in chat, let me know if my mic's working. Let me know what's going on here. If I'm missing anything, just testing out my buttons. Obviously can't press number 1 because the coach for Astral was the first player in the server. So he takes the number 1 slot. That's okay. Investment does come back in for Astral, but it's 5 Glocks they got to go up against. A little bit of a French timeout for Ronin, maybe the Portuguese squad. Taking this time to really just communicate with each other, but no noise heard towards B ramp, no noise towards mid. This allows for Astral Esports to get a little bit of a stack on the A site, maybe a little bit of aggression. Meow Pop up close on A main, and he was going to get first contact. Thinks better of it. Aster, I can't even see your crosshair. I'm such an old man, my eyes don't work, but he's about to get contact here. M4, A4, good for the first. Spams down to the body. The second finds himself almost a third, but he's falling back. He does have support. Look who's here. Demauser, M4, A1S, swings for the challenge, finds first, cleans up the second, and a massively perfect round from Astral. And Ronin, they figure out some information, but can't get anything done with just those Glocks. AKs to be purchased. Money is sweltering on the Astral side right now. Heavy investment of util as well. And they're going to go up against AK-47s, barring Codfish, playing that utility support role. And Ronin's starting out towards B side a little bit early here. Trying to take some space, maybe fight off Catwalk, but Meow Pop might have other ideas for that. Fighting down towards lower mid. Smith from his team is good. He mantles across his own Molotov. Takes a little bit of damage, but keeps control of lower mid. While this is happening, Ronin don't have a chance to get themselves out towards Catwalk. And the pinch is coming in. Ray 5 pushes down B ramp. And look at this, minute 30 on the clock. More than almost all the util used for Astral. Pretty early doors, so they're not going to be able to hold this down forever. By about a minute, they're going to have to get themselves out of there or elect to fight into it. And this util is being set up right now by the Ronin side. This is the final smoke for the CTs, so it's going to be about 50 seconds, maybe 45, before Ronin's going to be able to execute here. And they do have to have some patience here, but 3 Astral members playing anti-flash, waiting for that push towards double doors here. And this is going to be a crazy brawl. Codfish, he doesn't want to die with all this utility in his hands. Smoke is coming out. Where's that going? That's a deep smoke. That's landing for Jaguar. Blocking him off. Molly for the right side. Forces one of the Astral members out. Galil rings true MP9. Next plus a defender from the entrance of Jaguar. They're good to hold it down, and nothing that Ronin can do. Even a team kill. Flees takes out K2 towards lower mid. Demauser deals with him, and now left alone, Larocque position noted. AK-47 swings but cannot strike. Up close and personal are the 2 defenders of Astral. Look at this, rotating down the ramp is Demauser. He might find this first contact. Bomb is on the back of Larocque. Head spotted. Now they set the double swing. Great job from Astral to get a third on the board. And Ronin back to the drawing board once again. Their early round default does not work against the SMG aggression from Astral Esports. Beautiful work from them. We saw in round 2 how they dealt with the realistic Glock push of mid. Pretty good. 2 players in the donut position. A couple of M4s get 5 kills. But now Astral, you need to maybe be careful. Meow Pop does get the M4A1S at the last second. They're going up against Tech 9s and some smokes. This is going to be a faster play coming in from the Ronin side, and he's here to deal with it. Neki, he's got support of Ray 5, but if they're not careful, they're going to get overwhelmed quick up towards ramp. Flashes come out for them to peek. Spam through the smoke for Aster. Stack finds nothing. He's got first contact, but overextends it. Codfish with the tech. He puts him down on sight. And that's an open B bomb site, and they're trying to rotate in through the Catwalk flank. Is Astral Esports. But they are technically cut off. Resmoke at double doors is going to give them a little bit of space here. They still need to be careful of the B doors. It's going to go well. Neki pre-fires a little bit too quickly. The smoke push might not even be needed. Great kill from Larocque towards the bottom ramp. The smoke push does come in. Maybe not. Desert Eagle puts another one down. Now Meow Pop calling for the save. He ain't even going to be able to get out of here. Almost sprayed before the smoke. That's a first round on the board for Ronin. Great work for them on the Tech 9s. They found a little bit of a gap in Astral Esports' position. Ray 5 overextending over on the B site for the first fight, if my memory serves me. Maybe not expecting the swing. Codfish opening it up. Good job for him. Demauser gets 2 on the way out, so that's going to keep the economy flowing on the Astral side and potentially slow down the Ronin. But Ronin coming back in with a purchase into this round. Surely 5K across the board for everybody. Op does get picked up by Demauser. Hopefully they don't second him to the A site. He is the util man for lower mids. We'll track this smoke. Watch it hit. Look at this prod work. Look at me go. Doing this all by myself. Craziness, eh? Heavy mid default from the CT side, as always, spending tons of util to get themselves in position. The Alpop still taking that early damage from his own Molotov. Needs to be careful on that. He is giving information over to the Ronin side. Smoke over on A site may scare Demauser out of position. 2 smokes coming his way. Fires off the ops, and they know he's here, and they're pressuring this position. Flash does come in to support. This is an aggressive push. Flu's going to find one through the edge of the smoke. No, Meowpop puts him down, and now the pressure on A site is forced to rotate off of B, and you can see them walking in. K2 walking in saying, boys, it's open. Fast rotate from Astral leaves them wanting, out of position. Brave 5 first here to report. Meowpop not leaving A site just yet. We're going to watch this flank fight happen real quick here. Meowpop should catch a timing here. Back's turned. Does he find the right timing here? Look at this. Look how deep LaRock has moved, and this is going to be a jump scare. Beautiful timing. Gets one to the back of the head of Meowpop. Knows he has a second in spawn to deal with. Just heard the footsteps of Ray 5. Swings for the fight. AK2 good for it now. 4 on 3 commences, and onto the site they go. Util for back site lands. Neki trying to clear sight as fast as he can, but his footsteps away information. He can't swing for the fight. Confish does get it at the back site. Brave is there. Demauser and Astra get the next 2, but into a one-on-one goes Demauser. Tap and stick on the bomb. No, he doesn't. Forces the fight from the CT spawn. Back onto the bomb he goes, and does he have a time with the kit? He doesn't. Second round of the board for Ronin, and a valiant attempt for Astral Esports to get back onto the site. A little bit of a fake, pulling them too quickly. And Ronin capitalize. 5 dying is going to put their money in a awkward position. Astral awkward as well, but I'd expect the experience from this team to save a little bit of money to buy into the next. And I don't think 1750 will be enough with 2,400 bucks. But Astral, kind of missing step there. 3 in a row. 2 rifle rounds go down the drain, and Ronin showing their expertise on this map. Looking for a Jaguar spam here. Does a little bit of damage to maybe not. But mid control taken by Ronin. They're understanding what's happening here. They know that Astral is on a low buy. Maybe some re-aggression into A main, but this is going to be held. Fluz is here. Fluz is here. AK prime and ready, but he is very alone in this position. If he's not careful, he might get overwhelmed. Quick swing from the MP9. Can't figure it out. Astral puts him down. 5-7 tries to ring for more, but now they know that's A main cleared. He spots 3 on the death cam. Neki can't get it done. Maybe not. Puts him down. Into a 4 on 3 they go. This position for Neki should be cleared out. Mauser should clear this. Should find the timing. As the smoke just landed. Needs to be careful. But experience coming in. Maybe not. Not peeking into this. Doesn't have to do anything. 5-7 to the side of the head is going to be an AK save. Rate 5 on 4 HP. Might as well go for it. Might as well try to keep them locked in. He ain't going to be able to find himself a gun. Maybe an MP9 front Jaguar. But that is about it. Great play from Ronin to take mid control, not overextend into Donut, not fight into Red Room, just throw a flash deep. Rotate through A main. They catch the 2 defenders pushing in. And that's a tie game all of a sudden. Stitched up this scoreline, Ronin. Grade 5 looking for 1 on the exit. How quick are his fingertips? Click, click, boom. Ain't going to get nothing. Getting himself out of there. Being told there's an MP9 front Jaguar. Probably go for it. Maybe not. Doesn't even seem to care. Tie game. 3-3. This is anybody's game now. I figured Astral was going to run away with this. The fact they were up 3-0, but unable to control a little bit of their rotates, I think. On the CT side, 2 awkward rounds by them, followed by a little bit of a low buy gamble play towards A main. They're successful for an easy trade, but inevitably lose the sight. But back onto the op we go. Demauser, along with no AKs across the board for the T side. Back to basics for Ronin. Cat control should be the name of the game, but with an early smoke towards double doors, LaRock slows down and they don't accept the space. Free space given up. Meowpop taking way too much damage. 62, 70, 62 damage. Is that right? 60, 90, 64. Math is hard sometimes because you're old. That's too much damage, Meowpop, to be taken from your own utility. Back to the drawing board for that one. But that's okay. They still control ramp. They use a ton of utility for it. 2 smokes left, though. They can re-smoke doors. Watch your face, Ray 5. Gets the smoke out. Great timing for that. Oh, takes a chunky nade to the face as well. But now trying to deal with mid-control is going to get a little bit difficult. They are smoked off at Jaguar. So mid becomes an issue, and Astra's going to have to deal with this sooner rather than later. And with that flash and the pitter-patter of footsteps towards mid, this is going to become difficult. The fight does not go to CT's way just yet. Trying to break the smoke. Neki does find one. Pushing into the fight is Astra. Now they're up into a 5-on-3. Make it a 4-on-3. Don't overextend Astra. Keep this possibility for a round win in your team's favor. Flu's too quick with it. They're continuing to fight. Maybe not finds one on Meow Pop's back. Trading immediately, and lower mid is done. Mauser puts down Flu's and a 4th on the board. Not as clean as you'd like, but Astra will take it. Now, let's look at how many people have died in these rounds. Look at this. Full death, 3-2, unable to maintain their economy. You can see the green over here. Does Astral have a read for this? The last time they fought against the low buy, Tech9's overwhelmed them on B site. This man right here overextended, lost his life. Tech pause does come in though. Let's see who dropped. I was about to say the coach dropped, but that's not right. Yeah, Astral Esports rifle rounds looking not really the greatest. They're using tons of util early to try to take it and hold space, and Ronin is just saying, throw it. Throw 4 Molotovs in the first 10 seconds. Throw 3 smokes in the first 10 seconds. We don't care. Knock yourselves out. Waste your nades as well. They just wait. And by about 45 seconds, Astral have nothing left except for their cat aggression, and Ronin have been able to really take over with a single flashbang or a Molotov to clear their corners out one at a time. But Astral come back with a round win. Maybe catching Ronin off in an awkward timing, staying more aggressive than I think Ronin expected, especially because they had no util left. And now Ronin on the back foot. AK could get picked up for Larocque. He elects for a smoke and armor with a Glock. Tech9 involved as well. So maybe more of the same. Maybe a little bit of speed coming in from Ronin here. We know they have the set smokes for A site from T-spawn, and here they come. Smoke for CT. They lied. Smoke for Donut. Smoke for CT come in. And this utility is what pulled Astral off of B site before, so we won't see a rotate coming in too early. Op prime and ready. Demauser, no flash to get him off the line this time. Should be good for one. Spots one crossing. Oh, nips the shoulder of another. Now the M4 is trying to do its work, but Meow Pop can't get it done. Potentially overwhelmed. Bomb is going to get planted. Spray comes in. Astra good for it. Looking for more to the edge of the box, and K2 gives it to him. Bowser finds himself another one towards the entrance of Brokey, and now left in a 1-on impossible is Codfish 437 backside M4 14 rounds, gets the first but can't even collect on it. Neki puts him down, and a 5th on the board for Astral Esports. They're finding ways to get onto the sites. Demauser sitting 12 and 1. Awkward little miss on his first shot. Had a potential for a collateral. Not a tight enough angle for his op to land, but it doesn't matter. Finds 2 for himself anyways. To put a 5th on the board for Astral, but now back onto the AKs go Ronin. And they know the playstyle of Astral. Heavy util towards mid, heavy util towards B doors, and pressure on cat and lower mid. That's a change up here from Astral, because that can't keep working out for them. So they use a ton of util to take all this space. Molly and nade towards lower mid. They are going to be stopped from getting up towards jump up, but here comes a fight. Super quick into it. AK-47 of Larocque gets one, finds a second on Astral, trying to push through the catwalk smoke. That aggression responded to. Ronin finally capitalized on that early aggression Astral's been throwing at them, and they say no more. They say technically open now, spotted towards A ramp. Demauser finds one, but head tucked in from Codfish. He's kind of stuck here. He's going to be here for a moment as I say that. Demauser puts him down full blind, and Ray 5 finishes the clear towards ramp. This is information, and you can see hot on the skates. Goes Demauser towards A site. K2 still trying to clear out Donut. Not sure if it's clear or not. Meow Pop ain't gonna get this information too soon. He needs to press into it. What's the timing? Does he know it? Here's the footsteps. Pitter patter running towards A sites. This is information. Bomb still hasn't got into sight yet. Bowser pops the smoke. In front of it is the bomb carrier, but the flank not as good as they want. Larocque finds one. Spots the shoulder in a second. I don't think Ray 5 knows he was spotted as the nade lands on his toes. He definitely does now. Pop spotted in spawn. Ray 5 on the flank. This is going to be a really hard re-clear, especially making it more difficult is Demauser running right into Flues. Flues finds the last 2 to put a 4th on the board. And Astral fumbling on another rifle round. Change up from Ronin with no change up from Astral. Gives them the win. This time Ronin pushes in front of the B door smoke. Oh god, where am I? B door smoke here. They just run right past it. They throw a smoke of their own right here, which stops the run boost. Then they capitalize on a kill here and here from this position. Beautiful play by them. That's the first time that Ronin has actually pushed through B doors to take this fight. They got in front of the Molotovs. They got in front of the nades. And yeah, attack timeout does come in for Astral Esports. Getting their coach 2-0 on the mic. Letting them know, boys, our catwalk fight is not working now. Ronin has found out ways to beat it. Even when they do smoke early here, they send the Molotovs. They send the Molotovs and the big nades to clear this space out. The players from Ronin just sit right here. They wait. Then they molly out this corner. They molly out here. They send flashes over the top from back here. And they're able to take this space. While that's happening, flashes come in from here to allow for a double pinch. Force by coming in for the CT side. You can see Demour still on the op, still over towards A site, posted forevermore. Neki not getting anything done in cave. And B ramp now taken. Codfish boosted, looking for a fight towards ramp, accepts the nade to his cheeks, sees the barrel of one towards the long side, jump spot from Ray 5, spots one, but the mid push from Aster, too much, and he gets put into the grave. Now Pop, not the right weapon for this, and he is pushing, but he is being held. This is Flues waiting for this push. Meow Pop pre-aim. Not good enough, but he finds a kill anyways. Tucks the crosshair onto Flues' head. Doesn't expect K2 there as well. Swing to a 4-on-3. Go Ronin, and they have tons of space. CT's looking to re-clear this. Demauser hot, 13-2 right now, trying to find the space towards lower mid. He has Neki with him. And as soon as they clear this out, there should be a quick little rotation here. Ray 5 probably gets himself off site. They're afraid of cave. They're afraid of B ramp. This is definitely a one and done position for you, my friend. Util to come in. Default molly, default smoke. And as A site gets cleared out, Ronin might want to rotate back. Hauser says, I got B ramp, bro. Get yourself out. Ray 5 maybe wondering what he can do with his time. Flash over towards A site, might actually pull the rotates, but this is going to be a long run for LaRock. Is it heard? Neki hears it, but he's got one coming behind him. Doesn't spot the timing. He should be donezoed. Shot and killed. Bomb's going to make its way onto the A site. Is there time, though? Can they make it? First fight. Ray 5 has to be clean with it. He's not. Next fight could go Mauser's way. He's got to stop the bomb from coming in. He gets a good first shot, but the bomb is going to get planted on the opposite side of default, and the Util's keeping him out. He's in front of it. I lied. Mauser finds the first, gets himself a second on site, but can't clean up the kill, and the Rock, by the skin of his teeth, puts a fifth on the board, breaking the bank account of Astral. Insane scenes we're seeing here. Astral Esports rifle default not working out for them as well as they had planned. A little bit of a change up for them there. They didn't really fight for catwalk as much. They elected for the heavy presence towards B, allow for the A main push to come in. One from Meow Pop does work, but it's not enough, and a force does come back in. Ronin have a chance to get 7 on the half, barring any crazy stunts from Astral. And the Molotov's going to keep Neki out of Jaguar and the lack of utility. This is definitely read by Ronin. Some good information gathering, good knowledge of the economy for Ronin to take this space free and clear. They are about to grab mid control as well. Pop does ring out. Codfish takes a nade for his troubles. A little bit of a stack towards the A site. Neki continuously taking chip damage. Molly first, nade second. They have a read on this, Ronin. You can see the pressure on A main building up as well. Flu's flashing and mollying himself to make it seem like A main is being taken, but the rotation back towards B site is being called. They might even want to re-clear towards mid. This is going to be K2 who has to deal with this. He's got 3 members of Astral strolling into his position. Footsteps heard. You can see the crosshair train goes for the fight, but can't collect it. Astral with the 5-7 puts him down, collects an AK-47 for his trouble. And now the rest of Ronin about to calculate. B site is open. Good fall off by Demauser. Let's see if Neki does the same. Smoke in hand still. Could smoke B ramp, indicating that more than they expect here. Can't die from this position. Flash into cave is good. Information gained, but now the fight coming towards Donut. They're actually rotating back, Ronin. There's going to be 2 here. AK that has been picked up. First kill doesn't go his way. Astral gets wrecked, but now up close to person with the 5-7. Gets one. Looks for more. Finds a second. Ray 5 picks him an AK-47. No armor behind this, but the spray on the Codfish is good. He can't collect the 4th. Maybe not there, but Meow Pop gets it in the back and puts a 6th on the board for Astral Esports. At least tying the half. Ran out of breath there. That's why the tying the half part went a little low. So I'm still going to work on my vocal range, my breath, my breathing. It's all good. Great round from Astral Esports. A little bit of a change up there. You can see the push and pull on the map. They had 2 on A site early. Molotov lands, so they smoke it off, and they bring themselves back for the mid-fight. Once they capitalize on this kill, they're able to potentially get themselves ready for a B fight, but it didn't even matter. The 2 players that rotated back off mid, walked up donut, found a great timing. Good capitalization, but back to more of the same for Astral. They're just not playing towards mid this time. Mauser says, I got a big boy molly towards A main. I'm going to hold this. Once they fight off catwalk, the rotations can come in free and clear as the smokes land. Molly should be dropped. This is going to be a great timing for the rotation. Mauser up close, can't get anything done, but from the brokey position, Meowpop gets himself 2, finds a 3rd, and the molly from maybe not puts it down. Now Ray 5 already rotated into position. Ooh, great shot from K2. Puts us into a 2-on-2. Minute 15 on the clock. Bomb in the back of K2. If he tries to plant here, the spray could come in. Will Astra go for it? He's not. Need to try to stop the plant, but as the smoke fades, he loses his life. Next position noted. Flash did come in from spawn. He might have a great timing here in donut. Both backs turned from the T side. First of Ronin, trigger control, looks for the second, finds it, collects it, gets the second kill onto LaRock, and finds a 7th on the board. A little bit of body spray as well. Great ragdoll for us to see in a 7th for Astral to close out a stronger CT side than maybe I expected after these 3 rounds. They definitely have some stuff to work on, default related. They got lucky in this round. That spray through the smoke right here for Ronin towards mid. Gave them a little bit of luck. Dealt with the anti-eco, or anti-forest, dealt with the anti-eco, found their way back into the game on the last 2 rounds of the half. So not a bad run for Astral Esports, but now T-side. And this is where I figure Astral's going to be able to do their best work. These guys sitting fist bumped right beside each other. And this is going to be a set strat for sure. Let's see if we can find Neki right there. 0 and a left click. He's got a smoke. That's going to land CT spawn. This is going to be an A execute if I've ever seen one. And Flu's left all alone here. Molly should come in from Ray 5. Super deep back sight spotted out. Molly pushed him deep into sight. B site is completely open. B site. The A site's completely open. What am I doing? Talking and driving. The pushing the temple's coming in. The brokey fight is good. Flees gets his bell rung. Meowpop finds 2. He's got the Mauser in tow here. Can Codfish figure this out? Spots the leg of 1. Taps away. Chips away. Can't get it done. Falling deeper into brokey. He goes, but Codfish about to get overwhelmed. Glocketeers pushing him down. Trying to get the reload off. Can't figure it out. Meowpop finds himself a 3rd. And puts an 8th on the board for Astral Esports. Again, winning the pistol. Maybe they find a conversion as clean as they did. If they get a 3rd, they're off to the races. And a save coming in from Ronin. P2000s. Let's go. A couple of them, maybe not. And LaRock on the P2000s. A couple of flashbangs being picked up. I like to see that. 1 is more than enough, especially if it's team play. We saw you with 2 the last time as well, LaRock, and you didn't get anything done with it. You were on the Tech 9. You got overwhelmed. Flash set for lower mid. And who's going to be here? None other than Aster. But it has to be a well-timed flash. With him flashing back at it, he might get popped by the flash, but you can see that he's ready for it. Flash comes in, spotted by him, he's backing up, and oh, what a chunky nade thrown mid. Aster ain't gonna realize it until the end of the round when he realizes, that guy died at 2 bullets of my MAC-10. The swing coming in from the catwalk side. Mauser good for another one. Neki's like, I want to get my own. And MAC-10s clear the way. 4 MAC-10 kills, 1 Glock. That's going to be money in the bank, and 5 alive for the Astral Esports side. They're going to be flying on T side. You can see the money sweltering. The purchases coming back in for Ronin. 3 rifles so far, a 4th for maybe not, but not a ton of util. Let's see if Astral can read this play. 2 FAMAS is actually the sale from LaRock, so he can get himself util, seeing that it ain't enough. Donut smoke early. Flash is coming out. This is going to be a mid-fight. Meowpop spots 1, can't control the recoil, but the MAC-10 of Neki does collect. Backs himself up as well and says, I'm good with a 1 and done. Next fight does go to Mauser's way into Jaguar. Gets the M4 down, if maybe not, and puts them into a 4-on-3. And the execution onto the A site. The B site's coming in. FAMAS from LaRock, good for 1. Traded immediately. And the MAC-10's doing more work than the AKs this round. FAMAS is the same on the CT side. Codfish spots the last member going up towards B ramp. But while that happens, Astra gets the 4th MAC-10 kill of the round on Flu's backside. And this is most definitely a 10th, barring any crazy stunts by Codfish. And mistakes by Astral, but now spotted. Ray 5, the one to make that contact. And he says, boys, let's not screw this up. Codfish going to save his armor, save his FAMAS, save his flash and his smoke. And that's double digits for Astral Esports. Astral! I know their owner is screaming right now. That guy had no voice the next day. For sure after that tournament. Showed it one time. Open, Riga, Urban, Riga, Open, Riga, Open, Urban, Riga, Urban, Open, whatever it was called. Number 1. Hopefully number 2 comes out soon. I'd love to come back, bring the wife this time. Maybe bring the kid. Ooh, I love to see this. Look at this. M4, M4. These guys are going to be going hot. They know they're going against a low buy here from the Ronin side. They can't buy head armor. I don't want to say armor's almost useless in this position, but Ray 5 and Astra with those M4s looking to do some damage. And I hope this is just a straight B execute from Astral Esports. Wait 15. Let the early utility come out, if any. Sniff out any kind of stack. And then just straight up execute. It looks like they're going to get into the face of the CTs. Molly forces 2 forward. Mac 10 looking like it wants to do more, but Larock through the edge of the smoke crushes Necky. And that might be a rifle able to be recovered. Can he find it? He found it? No, he didn't find it. No, he did. He found a Mac 10. He ain't happy about that, but he will deal with it. Look at this pressure towards A main as well. Look, he's got to deal with this Aster. Patience is a virtue. Looks to wait the wrong time. If it gets shot in the back, spots 1, 4, 3. The screen doesn't work. Astra does collect on the codfish. 4 rounds in the mag. He's going to need support here. Lower mid fight. Maybe not. Drops him. Now Flu's going to get cleared out. Potentially Mauser clears the angle. Meow Pop finds the opening onto A site. Gets himself a second onto the rock. But this is a messy round for Astral Esports now. And the rotation for maybe not going to be super delayed, super late. Mauser to deal with Cave in the jump up. Meow Pop smokes ramp. But these are 1v1s. This is completely possible. Meow Pop's definitely heard now. Mauser gets this information, waits for the jump up. For a gun, swings with Mac 10, runs out of bullets, and the 5-7 puts him down. And now, 20 seconds left on this clock. Maybe not can get himself in there. Go for this fight. They've done massive damage to the Astral side. A pitter patter. He gets himself out of there. Meow Pop finds his timing to escape as well. And with 15 HP, he has got to run. He is not going to be deep enough in Grotto. He needs to move farther away. I think this is death for Meow Pop. This map, bomb damage is huge. Okay, maybe not. I lied to you. That's an 11th. Astral Esports in the driver's seat now, but they're going to have to deal with the purchase coming back in. Codfish can probably get the op up, and he does so indeed. Ronin, you need a change. Astral taking advantage of everything. Their mid-fights and mid-utility just a tad bit better than what Ronin was throwing against them. Astral also have that good set utility for the lower mid with multiple nades that land in conjunction with each other, not just haphazardly. And you can tell the teamwork is already there, but heavy utility coming out from the Astral side early, indicating maybe a little bit of a slower default, looking for individual fights. Spots the first, great spray from Astral onto K2 towards lower mid, puts him into a 5 on 4 early. Another pop of the smoke, Flu's fully blind, finds one through the edge of the smoke, but Meow Pop puts him down. And now the cross from Catwalk is even better. Necky puts down Codfish. What were you looking at, my boy? And into a 4 on 2 we go. Larock trying to do his best to rotate and get into position. Might spot the back one. Doesn't get the job done. Necky puts him down. And now maybe not. Left alone in a 1v4. Got a kit, got a flash, got a rifle. But that's going to be the best thing you got going into the next round. This is the 12th on the board for Astral Esports. And Ronin coming back strong on their T side. Figuring out the default a little bit from Astral Esports. But as soon as I critique them on their CT side, they change gears and they find themselves a 7th. And then it's all business on the T side. And they're putting Ronin away like I knew they would. Maybe not. Might find one here at the end. Can handle the first. Knows there's a second. Here's the... Maybe doesn't hear the footsteps. Molly to push him out of position, but he's advanced in this position. Gets to Mauser down, but stays a little bit too long in the Molly, and that 12th arrives. Going on around 19, and this is a chance for Astral to dominantly stamp out Ronin. Force buy comes back in from Ronin and Astral. You just need to take your time here. Run the default the same way you're doing it. You're winning fights towards lower mid. Spamming and popping the smoke beautifully. Your catwalk presence overwhelming. Ronin with no response as of yet. Lower mid smoke does come in. That's consistently thrown by Flues, but he's left alone towards A site with no utility to back him. So we're surprised to see maybe a little bit of aggressive play, but back towards mid they go. Who is that flying out there? Astra, he's got his buddy in Necky. I think there's a little bit of team damage there, shooting each other just for funsies. Trying to make a 6th round on the board up here for Ronin. The Molly into Cave is an indication of what is about to happen. That pressure towards mid is keeping these defenders sealed tight on Donut. K2 has a smoke in his hand, but if he drops this, his position will be given away. Look at this position from LaRock. He's deep on it. Will this be cleared? DeMauser doesn't seem to care about it too much. He says, I'm going to get myself out and fight towards mid. Fight does go towards Donut neck. He finds himself too. DeMauser ready for that fight, but LaRock too quick on it. But now the fight's erupting onto the A site. Trade's effective for the CT side, but LaRock left in a 1-on-2. He is here a little bit ahead of the game, but they're planting for CT side. This bomb far and away from him, and both T's on the opposite side of that smoke. Single flash. Not fun for the HP. 38 combined for the Astral side. 45 for LaRock, and he could get this done. He's got a kit. He's got another smoke, but the position of this bomb is going to give him death. Meow Pop ain't going to get it done. They're looking for it. Finally spams through the smoke, and a 13th goes on the board for Astral Esports. What a game for them. 19 kills going the way of DeMauser. Starting off strong, 12-1 on the op. A couple of missed shots, but still racking them up. Astral, Ronin, 13-5. That's me. I'm Mr. Henry Batt. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you heard, like what you see, hit that follow button. Check me out on Twitter. This is all for next big caster. Had a couple of stumbles. I'll watch this back and I'll correct it. Have a fun day. Peace.